Hello everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. And of course I'm Denise, I think you guys know that. But hi to all my new subscribers that don't know my name. Okay, so this reading will be for Donald John Trump's health on Monday, October 19th. So using the Maybe Lenormand, and I always link or not link, but state the decks I'm using in the description area. So go there if you're wanting to know that. So with the Maybe Lenormand, the health of his body, his challenges to his health, his emotional body, his mental body, the karma that's hanging over him, what he's doing, and his future. Okay. So let me set these aside for a moment. Now, same thing with the tarot. Health of his body, challenges, emotional body, mental body, karma, what he's doing, and his future. All right. Okay, so with the health of his body, well, with the Four of Wands upside down, he's upside down. This is a foundational card in the tarot. It's a 4. It has to do with life force. You know, we're in the wands. So it's life force, it's coming home to yourself, it's celebrating your home with others. It is all things good and happy when it's straight up. When it's reversed, you know, and it's a Venus card, but Venus in Aries. And with the health issue, it's just one of those cards where you can use others, you know, rather than you being the lovely, welcoming, you know, happy couple that brings other people in, or you have an event or a marriage, or you move home and you have a housewarming party maybe. You know, this card rules all of those. But when it's reversed, it has to do with some form of self-hatred. And people that are in a lot of self-hatred, they use each other, they use other people to make them feel better. So that's where he is on a body level. So it's like that Aries, that Venus and Aries energy that could be used. Like Venus is all about unifying, and Aries can be about being very, very present. But when it's reversed, it's the opposite of that. It's not being present with others and not caring to be, you know, really caring to be with others, only to, you know, see them as an extension of your own needs. You know, and unmet real needs that happened in childhood. If they're not healed as an adult, they wreak havoc on your life. And that's why we see him still needing so much attention, and his creative self-expression doesn't come through in a mature, loving way at all. Okay, so challenges. Ooh, temperance reversed. That is, I mean, even straight up it can be a really challenging issue, but this is a grave, grave illness. This is completely out of balance. It's Jupiter and Sag, so it moves hot and fast, has to do with the liver, you know, blood sugar, water issues, just anything to do with excess, because of course straight up it's ruled by, like I said, Jupiter and Sag. So the body waters, you know, the level of to the degree that the liver and kidneys can clear, you know, and help and support clearing out the body. In the reverse position, it's not happening. So that's not good. Okay. emotionally, in his lymphatic system, in his connective tissue. With the magician, well, that's not that great for an emotional, or for a lymphatic system and connective tissue, because it has to do with your lungs. It has to do with, or his lungs. I'm sorry, I don't ever want to put you guys in your health and your bodies in this. I'm so sorry. But, with Venus with Mercury in Virgo, he could have problems communicating. It can have to do with getting bad medical advice, too. I mean, that sure makes sense. After doing that reading on Dr. Conley, that was a little scary. So that also has to do with the brain. So he might be thinking a lot, or maybe he's not feeling good in his brain. Well, I wouldn't if I were him. The way his brain functions is awful. And I know that because I sat and did a meditation into that. I did that video a long, long time ago, and I know how his brain functions, and it's not healthy. It's very, reflexive from the back, in the limbic brain, just coming from fear. So, again, arms, legs, lungs, maybe not functioning so well because of swelling. Okay, and then mentally, his nervous system, his mental body, with the Ten of Wands reversed, well, it could be that there's some type of a release of, no, not really, not with him, not with him. It has to do with, again, it's that liver place, it's gout, it's blood pressure. It could be depressed a little bit. There's that as well. Yeah. And it could be just very, wait, I need my sacred chopstick. It could just be very repressed. Mentally he could be repressing himself. Which that kind of makes me wonder about that, that thing I saw on the side of his head. Oh, and I wanted to thank Hazel and Greek Hillbilly. They left me little comments that said it could possibly be a cortical stimulator or a neural stimulator. Maybe those two are both the same things. And it certainly does look like that. I saw it again this morning on the news. There was a little blip of him. They're playing that same blip where he came out on the balcony. I think it was the Truman balcony when he first got out of Walter Reed, and he's huffing and puffing to stand there, but he does this huffy puffy thing and grabs his jacket and takes his mask off and all that. But anyway, you can see from the side clearly there's something on the right side of his head, and it's kind of just above ear level, just a little bit, but slightly back. So maybe that is like something that stimulates the limbic brain area. I don't know. And if you look online, they'll say they'll all say it's fake news, or not fake news, but it gives a false. Like USA Today is saying no, and I mean these newspapers that have probably been paid off, or these news outlets that have probably been paid off, or they're in alignment with him. But I see something there, and anybody can see it. So either they did something with his head and they shaved that little spot right there in a round circular, or maybe square, like that, It could be like a rounded square, or it looks circular to me, but it could be square. So anyway, his nervous system could be shutting down and it's repressed. And maybe that's why he needs a neural stimulator. And I guess they're there to help with coordination and prevent seizures and strokes, probably. I don't know. Anybody else that knows more about that, please drop it in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so the karma that's hanging over him, well, we have the Hierophant reversed. So that's pretty awful. It has to do, well, because the Hierophant straight up, the lesson is to have your own authority. It doesn't come from a church. It doesn't come from any church. It can come from spiritual law, absolutely. It should not come from man-made laws that are not in alignment with spiritual law. When it's reversed, he doesn't have his own inner authority. He does everything that he does is for his, just to have some semblance of power and money. It's all about money to him. But then, here we're in the Venus and Taurus. It's ruled by Taurus, but it's the Venus and Taurus. So it can, because Taurus rules the neck and the throat and the ears, the whole fifth chakra. Well, the fifth chakra is your executive center in the back. In the front, it's your communication. So are you in alignment with the truth, and do you speak the truth? That's always the question. Well, not with him. He doesn't speak the truth. So we're in, coordination. It's a coordination thing with the body. But it can be a place where he's on an inner level, whether or not he feels it. And of course, I don't think he does. There's soul guilt that accumulates when you're not in your own inner authority and when you've hurt other people. Whether or not you're ready to face that and feel it and, go through it and make amends somehow and, heal. Until then, you can't release it. So you carry it around, and it keeps you from attracting love, and it keeps you from attracting all the good things in life. And that's what's happening. He attracts hatred. He spews hatred, and he attracts hatred. So that's the karma that's hanging over him. And it also, it's a card of a lot of resistance, to opening up to the truth. On a physical level, again, it's like it's the lymph nodes. It has everything to do, like I said, with coordination and everything that rules the fifth chakra, having to do with your, ears. Ears and throat. TMJ issues, probably, with him. I could imagine. I could just imagine that, the hatred. When you try to go to sleep at night, having that, that's just, I can't imagine. I can and I can't. Okay, so I can't imagine it, but I can't imagine living like that. That's the thing. So what he's doing, well, with the Three of Swords reversed, this gives me the feeling of he's not going to, well, somebody could be flipping on him, but what he's doing, maybe he's flipping on some, oh, wait, I get it. If it hasn't happened by then, or through this weekend, because I'm doing this reading on Saturday, but if it doesn't happen over the weekend, for sure by Monday, I think he will have flipped on Rudy. I think he will have thrown Rudy under the bus. When the Three of Swords is reversed, it's just, it's a very hateful card either way. But when it's reversed, it's more, you're more like in the battle. You're at war. It's also the card of illness. So, but let's see what his future. Okay, with his future, with being the King of Wands, well, because this is a health reading, and that's what I drew the cards under, I wasn't just looking at what he was going to be doing, except for this card here, because it's good for us to know what he's actually doing. And it could show what he's doing about his health as well. He could be at war with his own body, which I'm sure I've gotten before with other cards. But with the King of Wands here, as far as his future, with health issues, we're talking headaches and strokes. Big time, power management and temper issues. There's a real need to be patient, but it's, with him, he's not patient at all. And he always loses it. He loses it all the time, to a lesser degree with, people on TV. But from what I hear, he's a very verbally abusive person. Or from what I've read, from Mary Trump's book. So, okay, let's throw in the Lenormand. So, with the clouds, this is a lung issue. So there's repetitive information here with the cards. He's having problems with his lungs by this day. With the scythe, it's very dangerous. So he has a health issue that is very dangerous and could even need surgery or some type of, this could also be because the scythe rules tools, all the tools, that a person can use to accomplish anything, but in medical it would be maybe intubation, anything to clear something out. It could be like the IV thing that he gets in his, with his hand to get the drugs that he needs, that he thinks are the end all to be all, whatever, miracle, what the hell, miracle. I was trying to say miracle cure. So, getting those drugs in him, or intubation, lung problems. This looks like a terrible day. Emotionally, lymphatic system-wise, with the ship card is all about the liver. It has to do with the liver most of all. And all the systems that the liver controls. So, of course, that would be lymphatic and connective tissue. It's everything that has to do with the emotional body as well. It also, because, the gallbladder sits right on top of the liver, it has to do with gallbladder, but all forms of circulation. Now, with his mental body, his nervous system, well, somebody is watching it. He's under observation, medical observation. And to add to the karma that's hanging over him, he has karma with his doctors and his loyal followers. What he's doing besides, or in that realm of flipping on Rudy Giuliani and trying to start wars and acting like the Mad King. I mean, it's literally madness, when it's reversed. Sometimes, now, it can be, if you guys are reading for yourselves and you get this card reversed, it can be about forgiveness and releasing pain and getting into a much more optimistic place. So don't take these meanings onto you. I'm reading the most negative meanings because I'm reading on the most negative man in charge of the United States of America right now, or one of the most negative men. Okay, so what he's doing, he's going to do something very shocking. He's going to do something shocking, so we'll see what that is. Maybe I'll draw some more cards. And then his future with the clover, he's going to be doing something risky. So I'll draw some more cards on that. Let's just do this. Okay. So what is he going to do that will be shocking? Well, the man could be Rudy. So there's a betrayal. There's a betrayal to a man because of a loss, or what he deems as a theft with the mice card. It can also be because the mice card minimizes. He could do something shocking. He can betray Rudy, flip on Rudy, or throw Rudy under the bus, blame everything on him, because of course, Rudy's the guy that got the goods, tried to get the goods on Hunter Biden in Ukraine from the Ukrainian president and their government. And Russian oligarchs. So there's all that. You guys can read on that. I don't need to elaborate on it. I don't need to be your news source here. But it could be anything to minimize Rudy and to take it off of himself. Yeah, because that's his goal. He wants to minimize the issues from himself, whatever they are, whatever he thinks they are. Okay, so his future. So this could be something risky, or it could be an opportunity, a small opportunity. It could be two opportunities, because it's the two. But with the clover, it's something small and fleeting. Now, it's also the card of opportunities, like an opportunistic move, which he does all the time. So something either risky at the White House. He probably, we could, yeah, this is sad to me, but I think that we're seeing a pattern that yeah, oh my goodness. Okay, what he does is he takes the risk. I hope you can see that there, okay. He takes risks every day in the White House by exposing the people that work for him there to the virus that he does still have running through his body. He's still shedding the virus, and he has been. I believe that virus is sunk down deep into his body. And I think that, I hope that this is more of an ending for him, putting these people at risk in the White House. I hope that there's some law or something that happens that makes this risk, makes it end, stops the risk. But, you have to go through the ending, or maybe somebody dies in the White House. Maybe it's him. Because this is his future. This is his future, but the problem is that, he is surrounded by people. He's not isolated. He's not at Walter Reed by himself, where he should be, or he's not isolated up in that top floor of the White House in the residential suite where he should be. He keeps leaving and traveling and taking Air Force One, and he doesn't wear the mask on Air Force One. He does not wear the mask on Air Force One. So there you go. And probably Marine One either when he's using the helicopter. That's very sad. So, okay. So let me move these cards out of the way. I'll clean this mess up in a minute. And let's see what it is that we need to know. Let's do 2 cards for today to help us. Aw, Dog Spirit says, be loyal to what you love. That's beautiful. Nightingale Spirit says, love is all around. That's right. We just have to remember that the love is always there. It's always around us. We just have to open up to it. And then, of course, being loyal to what we love. Well, we love our pets. We love our family, our friends, our extended family. We love each other here on this platform. So let's just be in that love and spread it around. And love is a very protective force. So if any of you are having like those, those guilty moments where you have these negative thoughts towards our president, can't believe I ever had to say, who in the world would ever think that a reality TV star could become president, and someone who doesn't release their tax returns, and someone who has a history of 6 bankruptcies and is in debt to a foreign country. So many laws need to be changed. So when I go there and think about things like that, I take myself out of the love that is always there. But love is a protective force in the universe. So when this is all over with him, we really do need to stand tall and stand firm and hold our ground in protective love, and be on, make, do everything that we can to make the lawmakers, make Congress, get the House to write new laws. And there is already, I have, somewhere over there on my desk, I have I printed out an article from, it was in Washington Post. There is already a bill that it's there and it's ready to go once we have an all blue Senate, or enough blue. Once everything turns blue, there's a proposal already to take away so much executive power. The only problem is that it's the executive that has to sign it, so we have to keep on Biden for that. But there are laws that are being formed to protect from this ridiculous executive power that has been misused. So, but to tap into the love, that's the protection, and we can love ourselves and love each other, and then from there stand up when love is not being reciprocated, and say the truth and keep working to keep the love and the protection going, so that our children and our grandchildren and great-grandchildren and everyone beyond has a safer, healthier place to live on earth. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. I know there's a lot more in there, but I don't want this video to be too long because it's already pushing a half an hour. So, okay, you guys take good care. I'll be back for Tuesday's reading soon, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Okay, bye.